So, in this video, we're going to be talking about midterms, what I think is going to happen going into that. AMD stock on a crazy run. Congratulations to anyone who has been buying that. We're going to look at SaaS stocks rebounding quite a bit and my favorite stock that has extreme upside potential. So, let's talk about midterms. With midterm elections coming up, what usually happens during midterms is that you're going to see a lot of market weakness going into the spring and summer, and it really is probably going to bottom around, I'm going to say fallish, so like October. From there, it would go on a run, and this is looking at like historical data, what normally happens when there's midterms. But right now, if you look at what happened recently, the Iran war, Strait of Hormuz being closed, there was a decent sized correction. So I could see the market just rallying all the way into fall and bottoming in October and November. But this is probably a really bad outcome for most people because a lot of people are actually holding cash right now from the correction and they're just kind of waiting for an opportunity to get back in. Especially recently, the last month, everything's really been going up. Even the beaten down names have been had a comeback. So people that are stuck holding cash are kind of screwed at this point because they're thinking to themselves like, oh, I held all this cash, the market went up, I have to wait for a little correction or dip to go in, and it's very possible for the market to just keep on going up for the next few months. And this is a really big reason why you should never go too cash heavy and always stay invested into the market. You never really want to go like 30% above in cash because if you go like 70% cash, something crazy like that, you're gonna miss out on gains. And is the real thing is it's impossible to time the market. So you always want to be invested. You No one in the history of the stock market, not Warren Buffett, not any of these legendary investors, no one has been able to time the market correctly because it's not possible. It's just gambling at that point, and you can go down to the casino and do that. The real way that you make money in the stock market is through long-term investing, not day trading, not buying in and out, holding cash. Oh, it's going to drop here, then I'm going to buy in. Avoid all of that, and you guys will be fine. All right, going on to the next stock, AMD. Stock is up 350%. 1 year returns, I'm up, I believe, 430%. My price target is around 96, I want to say. Anyone who's bought AMD knows how good it's been over the past year. Crazy growth, crazy stock returns. Lisa Su has been doing an excellent job running the company. Guidance is great. Everything's looking good for AMD. Just a year ago, people hated the name. I remember some of my friends hated it absolutely. They were like telling me, "Oh, don't worry about AMD, buy Nvidia." I believe Nvidia, if you look at the 1 year return, 60%. It's obviously still good, but not comparable to AMD. Um, where do I see AMD heading from here? I could see it running to 1,000, 1,500. It kind of depends. When the thing with like AMD is that the stock price could front run where it really should be. Like I would say that if it were a perfect world, AMD stock price would peak a year or two before their revenue growth rates peak. And when that revenue starts to like decline, that's when AMD stock price would already be in decline. But with a stock so hyped and with this much growth now, I could see the stock just running up to 1,500 in the next year. It's possible. Am I counting on that? Am I making option plays with that? No, but I could see it happening. My personal price target with AMD is probably around 650 to 700. So a bit more upside from here currently. Another thing to keep in mind with AMD is that analysts are going to keep on having to raise their price target in their guidance or their price target for the stock. Um, and when that does, it kind of builds a cycle of they raise it, so because they raised, the stock went up, and then it goes up to their price target, and they have to raise it again. Because the thing with price targets is you can't have a lower price target than the stock if you're bullish on the stock, because that way it looks like you're bearish. You think the stock's going to go down for the next year. So, especially recently, for the past month or two, the analysts have been playing a game of almost catch up with the stock price, trying to raise it, and then the company just simply goes up to that valuation. They have to raise it again. I think that there are some current price targets. I might be wrong on this, but around 600ish, 650. Once those are beat, I think we start to see our first $1,000 price targets, and from there, the sky's the limit for AMD. Really like the stock. It's ran up to a large portion of my portfolio. I trimmed a little bit way back when last year because it already ran up quite a bit, but for now I'm just letting it run, which really shows my conviction in the name. Next up, I want to talk about some SaaS stocks. So ServiceNow and Rubrik are both two companies that I own. They are both up around 40-ish%. Rubrik's a little bit more over the past month. But if you look at their 1 year, they're both still down. So with both of these companies, I think the turnaround has really started. Wall Street obviously didn't want to go near SaaS a month or two ago, didn't want anything to do with it. But now, as you can see from the stock price, they went back in, and I think that over the next month or two, you're going to see the names continue to go up, because the thing about these SaaS companies is that their business model, if you look prior to all the AI scare stuff happening, one of the best business models in the world. And because of that, they traded at very rich valuations. And even if it doesn't trade at the same rich valuation that it did once before, it's still going to be worth a lot more than it is today. They're all severely undervalued. If you buy any SaaS, I don't think you can really go wrong. Obviously, if you bought it before the run up this past month, it's a lot better than buying it now. But honestly, I feel for all of these names, it's still a buy now at its current price. It really just is. It's a buy. I don't know what else to tell you. If you look at something like Salesforce, it hasn't run up as much. So I do think if you do need some more exposure, or are starting to try and get some exposure in SaaS now that you've seen kind of Wall Street flip and the market sentiment flip around the names of these stocks, I wouldn't hate buying Salesforce. I personally like ServiceNow more because of the growth rates being higher. I usually choose to invest in higher growth rate companies. However, I don't hate buying ServiceNow. I think that all of the SaaS stocks are going to be higher than they are now. A year from now, look at Palantir. Also not a terrible choice. Yeah, any SaaS stock, I think a year from now is going to be higher than it is now. Also, I did forget to mention, SoFi has also ran up recently. Um, had Anthony Noto, I believe on basis points, say that he was looking at buying options or leaps in the company, I believe, something like that. And if you look at the stock price, 16% past 5 days, pushing $18. Where do I see SoFi? I think it should be worth around $25 to $30 now. Probably within the next year or two, it's on its way to $40 and possibly above that. I love the company. I own it. Might be looking at picking up some more shares. I did really, in this dip around here, pick up a bunch of shares. Yeah, let's move on. Right, next up we got Celsius. So, with consumer stocks been absolutely hammered recently. You did see a little rally in Celsius. I want to say 10% in the past week, but it's still down from the highs, and really down from what it should be worth right now. So if you look a few months ago, all the hype was really into the AI names. Anything AI going up, anything not AI going down. I think the next thing to run up is going to be consumer stocks. As the narrative flips, I think more money is going to rotate out of the AI sector and into consumer, specifically consumer growth. If you look at Celsius, the company, they've been running it extremely well. I've loved what they've done with Alani. They acquired Rockstar, which is the next big opportunity for them. And even if you don't think Rockstar is going to work out, it's just such a small bet from Celsius that it doesn't matter if it doesn't work out. They have Alani, they have the main company. Everything else is doing so well. They also have international expansion, which is something that don't hear many people talking about when it comes to this company. They've really only expanded in the US, and they haven't done much internationally. The international market is huge, and they have that opportunity where they have pretty much 0% of that. They can expand that, do very well for themselves. The major reason that Celsius is down right now is the Costco drinks. I'm sure if you follow Celsius, you know why. Um, it's really something that's irrelevant in the long term. Short term, it should also be irrelevant too, but the market is going to take it into account. That's whatever. It just gives us a good opportunity to buy the stock at a better price. Um, Costco drinks are really just nothing. Not that they might not be good or not might take some customers away. It doesn't matter. Okay, Celsius, I believe, is going to be the biggest energy drink brand in the next 10 years, and little knockoffs here and there aren't going to stop them. It didn't stop Coca-Cola, Pepsi when they were expanding. It's not going to stop Celsius either. Um, to sum it up, make sure you guys are long-term investing. Avoid any short-term drama going on, trying to time in and out of the market. It's never going to end well for you guys. Invest in good companies, do your research. Make sure you guys are investing monthly or weekly. Make sure you guys are constantly doing that. And then do what is comfortable for you. Don't just follow advice from YouTube. Research the companies, look at their fundamentals, watch the interviews with the CEO, look at quarterlies, and really make sure you know what you're buying before you invest. Don't just invest blindly. So if you follow all of these things, you guys are going to get the supercar of your dreams. You guys are going to get the house of your dreams. Everything is possible. It really just matters to you and how much work you're willing to put in. With that, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you liked the video. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.